Hi YouTube friends and mamas. So this is a totally new style video than what I normally do, but I think it's so important to talk about it because I literally I felt like could not survive the first few months of my pregnancy because my morning sickness, unlike most women I talk to, was horrific. So I just want to share with you everything that worked for me and talk about things that didn't really work, and I guess let's just get right into it because this is more of an informative type of video. But first and foremost, I'll explain how I experienced the first few months of pregnancy. So at week 5 on the dot is when I started puking all the time, and that's when smells were just too intense to handle. That's when food just was disgusting, and it just got super difficult at that point. I knew this was a possibility because my mom was hospitalized for all of her births because she got so sick and had to have an IV in her. But so there were definitely many times of me looking up so many videos of how to help myself because every single day my morning sickness got increasingly worse. I would throw up so much. I would eat something and I would throw it up, and it was miserable. I was basically bedridden for over 2 months, and I just want to help all of you who are going through that because not all of us women are lucky to just have these really easy, fun, exciting pregnancies because, let's just face it, we're not all the same. Number 1 is, and I'm sure you've heard it a million times because if you're watching this video, you've watched other videos, and that is all about hydration. And basically you just need to stay as hydrated as possible, especially if you're throwing up, because you're losing all of your electrolytes and you're losing all the salt in the natural salts in your body. So 1, drinking enough. And one thing that people would recommend all the time is Gingerale or Canada Dry. And honestly, it was a lifesaver, and only on one day for me because I couldn't stop throwing up that day, and my husband got home, he bought a huge pack of Canada Dry, and I was puking, and then he made me drink out of it, and it helped so much. And when you do that, take the fizz out by putting a metal spoon in it and stirring it, and it'll take all the fizz out, the carbonation, which I can't do carbonation. But that helped on one occasion, and then the rest of the occasions, it sounded horrible, I wasn't craving it. And that's what you'll notice with morning sickness is one day one thing works and then the next day it'll never work again. So don't invest too much money and time in things that you haven't tried little by little yet. And then if you don't want to drink a Canadian Dry or a ginger ale that has a ton of sugar, make your own. My husband actually, I stopped doing the ginger ale because it was just way too sugary and it grossed me out. But my husband actually started to make me homemade ginger ale. And what he would do is from our garden take mint leaves, and then he would take club soda, and then he would take lemon, and then he would put a little bit of agave in it. And I feel like I'm missing something, the prime ingredient. I can't remember, but it was so much better than the fake store-bought stuff. But that's just the hydration route. The second thing is obviously always, you should have seen my little table beside my bed. It was just a death table. It was filled with crackers and all of my medicine and herbs and all these things. But always keep some salty crackers or a piece of bread by you. Also, fruit as well, because a lot of the time people just talk about how you need salt and everything to help the nausea, but no, you actually need sugar because your blood sugar is being spiked the moment you wake up and it makes you nauseous. But with that sugar, you have to have a protein. So like if you're gonna have an apple or something, have peanut butter beside your bed. And I know that there were many days that didn't sound good to me and I didn't do it, but that's what's going to level out your blood sugars, is the sugar with the protein, and then salt too also helps. I always had crackers beside my bed, and the most plain. Everything you eat, as you know, just plain. Like, tell your partner, whoever it is, tell whoever's helping you, do not get rosemary, sun-dried tomato crackers. No, like you just need saltine, like just salt, plain salt. And so as for food, yeah, don't feel like discouraged by the fact that you can't eat anything. Your body knows what's going on, and there will be a time when you can rejuvenate and get more nutrients in. Just do what's best to feel okay. Like, just push aside the negative thoughts of I'm not getting like my healthy nutrients in or any of these things. It will come. Just make sure you feel okay. And so for me, and I know a lot of people, because I couldn't keep anything down and could hardly eat anything, I ended up losing a lot of weight, and I was so fragile and weak. Like, I couldn't even go outside. It made me nauseous. Everything made me so nauseous. So just make sure like you're just gentle with yourself. Keep reminding yourself you will get through it. Okay, sorry, I'm just trying to get through because now we have all the products. First and foremost, Seabands. You can get them at CVS, Walgreens, any little convenience store, Walmart, I'm sure Target. You don't need the cute pink ones that are $15 that say pregnancy. Literally just get the ones that are $4 made for motion sickness, because it does the same thing. It's for acupressure and it sits on your wrist. The only thing is, like, I don't really know if it helped, but I wore them every single day just because I was like, even if it like does help a tiny bit, that's all that matters. I did anything. And one thing I recommend is don't go to sleep with them, because at nighttime you can't really, when you're sleeping, you're not really gonna feel that nauseous, and you'll wake up if you do sleep with them, because I would a lot and I'd forget, with big red like indents, and it hurt your wrist and you'd wake up like with no circulation, so that's not fun. Okay, the next thing is let's see, where should we go? Let's just start with the ginger stuff. My brother got me crystallized ginger. Yes. I could see why this would help people, but I couldn't stand it. It's so spicy. I think that, I don't know, like these are cool because they're vegan. That's nice to know. But yeah, like they were just too intense for me, and if I were to eat them, I would like take the smallest nibble. What actually was better for me was, it's called Ginger Rescue Chewable Ginger Tablets. I got this from Whole Foods for like, I don't know, a couple bucks. Let's see. Come on. I really wanted to focus because like this worked so well for me. I would be out with my family feeling so crappy, and I would pop one of these in my mouth, and it was just like instantaneous wave of, okay, like I'm not gonna puke in this restaurant or the store or this coffee shop. So that was nice. And then later on in my pregnancy, I started to develop really bad acid. Oh, my legs really hurt. Really bad acid reflux. Sorry about this, guys. So I wanted to get an antacid, like Tums type thing, but not Tums because I don't know. I didn't want Tums. So went to Whole Foods, really cheap. It's the brand 365, so it's their brand, and they're peppermint flavored. And because I thought the Tums, like other ones, like I just don't like their flavor, and they're so chalky, or I don't know. These ones were much better. They helped. I still don't like taking antacids because the chalkiness drives me insane. But they did help with heartburn and acid reflux. Okay. I know I'm going to miss a lot of things because I'm going over so many things. Next thing, I had to get on an airplane when I had really bad morning sickness and motion sickness, and it was the most terrifying experience ever. I managed to not throw up though. And it was because of these. So, let's start off. The number one, these are homeopathic remedies. You can get them at Sprouts, Whole Foods, basically any natural food store, I'm pretty sure, or online. They're probably cheaper online. Homeopathic remedies, and you can literally just type in the name of the type I'm gonna give you and it'll show up on Google right away. So the one I took all the time that this was basically, let's see, come on. These saved me. So I took this one almost every day. What you do, so it's called Cocculus, kind of a weird name, but it says this one relieves motion sickness, and when you feel like you need to lie down, like this is the stuff you need when you're just like so dizzy and you can't even stand up. And also, it's another sign you will need this one is that you'll have insomnia, like I said, motion sickness, you feel fatigued, you're queasy, and you get the insomnia because your liver is like, while you're pregnant, not functioning properly. But this really helped me so much, and when I got it, I was really confused on like the supplement or like how to take it and how much to take it. So you just rip the sticker off and then you put it upside down and then you twist it and then a little pellet will fall. And you're supposed to take about 4 pellets every, let's see, 5 pellets 3 times a day. So yeah, like, and then they don't even, okay, this is the best part, they don't have a bad taste. They're kind of sweet, they're nice, they dissolve in your mouth, and it helps so much. So the first one is Cocculus Indicus. I got all of these at Whole Foods. This was like $7 or $6. The next one is Vomica. I had never heard of these, and I saw a YouTube video of this lady, and I got them that day, and it changed a lot for me. I was still throwing up, but it was just like so much less intense and less, I don't know, nauseating. So next one is Vomica. This one says it relieves heartburn or drowsiness due to excessive eating or drinking. That part, I don't know, but also the Vomica, so it's for nausea, and it's the one where if you're waking up at 3 a.m. because your liver, that's the time your liver is trying to clear stuff out, this is for you. Insomnia, constipation, and if your mood is like irritated, this one is for you. Okay, the next one is Sepia, and this one says it relieves bloating and lower back pain during menstruation. So this is a hormonal one, not liver one. And this is for like if you wake up and immediately throw up, so like classical morning sickness, like AM sickness. And then if it feels like you have like PMS, this one. And then also if you find that food helps you feel better, this is the one to take. And then if you also find that if you don't eat and you get sick, this is the one to take, and it's Sepia. And then the number is like 30 with a C on it. I don't know. Okay, the last one is, I'm gonna butcher this name. Ipecauanha. Ipecauanha. Let's see. Come on. Okay, I can't get it to focus. Anyways, It relieves nausea and vomiting with hypersalivation. This one I use so much too because I experienced so much salivation to a point where it makes you want to throw up because your mouth is so watery all the time and it's like just too much saliva and it makes you so sick. So this one helps with hypersalivation, which is amazing. And then also you'll need it if fresh air helps you. If you can't throw up, like you're nauseous but nothing comes out and you want to throw up and you can't. And then if cold water really helps you, then the Ipecauanha, I don't even know how to say it. So those are amazing. Like I said, you can find it at Whole Foods, Sprouts. I don't think Trader Joe's does that, but online, Amazon, Homeopathic Remedies, that's what they're called. The next thing, it can help some people. I don't recommend taking this all the time. I'm moving again. My leg is just numb. Don't recommend taking all the time, but I bought these because I had to get on an airplane and it freaked me out. I didn't want to puke on the plane. So you can get pregnancy safe morning sickness pills. Honestly, didn't work for me. I took it on the plane. I didn't throw up, but it made me so, I don't know why, it made me so like, it makes you kind of drowsy. And that's kind of made me nauseous in some weird way. But I bought because I was in Canada at the time, I bought the off-brand Gravol, basically. And I have so much of this. I bought so much and I really didn't use any of it. But it helps other people, so that could be an option for you. And then also, they have the fellow Canadians, okay. The fellow Canadians have the Gravol dissolvable ginger tablets, and they are drowsy free. This one might be the best option. I don't know if if in the States they have this Gravol option, but yeah, they're dissolvable ginger tablets and it's motion sickness pills. So that can help too, but if you're not into tasting certain flavors and you don't want to like have anything in your mouth flavor-wise, that's not gonna work. Okay, the last things I want to go over. This video is so long. I'm so sorry. But I just really want to make sure that everyone has the options and they know that there are like things out there that can help. So the next thing, going quickly, vitamin B6. Like, I'm sure you've heard it a million times. Vitamin B6 will help you with nausea. Preggie Pops have them. I couldn't find Preggie Pops anywhere. Walmart, Target, nowhere. But I did find like little suckers that are basically Preggie Pops, and they have B6 and other things to help with nausea. And if you're just taking B6 vitamins, do 10 to 20 milligrams a day. And then the next thing is CBD oil. Mine has MCT in it, and when I was constipated, that really helped me. But the CBD obviously has no THC. Like, make sure you don't get the THC so that it's not psychoactive. But it increases your appetite. There are so many things, but it helps you with food, helped me with motion sickness, stomach tension. Like, it just calms your body. Like, you don't get high. You just feel so calm. Like, your body feels less tense, and it helps you sleep. So that's nice. And then another thing, a tip, is oil pulling. You guys probably don't know what that is, but basically when you have that metallic, nasty flavor in your mouth, nothing like brushing your teeth sounds horrible, like just so many things sound so horrible. So if you put just a tablespoon of coconut oil in your mouth and have it in there for 15 to 30, you don't even have to do that long, like 15 minutes, it will like get rid of that metallic taste, and it also helps with cavities, so that's good. And then the last thing I want to talk about is iron supplementation. So I had my prenatals that were just capsules that I got for free from the doctor, and they had iron in them, And honestly, when I would throw them up, the iron, it just like was the worst. Iron made me so nauseous. I'm super anemic already, and so when I take iron, it's just really hard for me. So I found out that gummy prenatals by law cannot have iron in them, just in case children get into them. So what I ended up doing was buying like a pretty decent type of gummy prenatals, knowing that I was only going to use them for the first trimester, and it worked out perfectly because there were like 160 gummies in them. And I just took those, and guess what? I looked forward to every single day but beside my bed having a sweet little orange prenatal, like an orange flavored prenatal. And so that helps so much. If your prenatals are driving you crazy and making you feel sick, it's the iron. After you're done with the nausea and everything, switch back to the normal prenatals with iron, because your baby and you really do need the iron. And then the last thing, as for like what you can do, I forgot to mention, is with hydration. Water sounds so boring half the time and gross. Something that really helped me was squeezing a lot of lemon in my water. It just was so useful. And then basically the rest of it is tell yourself it's okay to be in bed for as long as you need, because I was in bed for basically 2 months. Just allow yourself the time to be still and to know that it will pass, and the next few months just focus on rest. Like, just sleep a whole lot if you can and lay in bed and just take it easy. But I hope that helped. I know I'm missing stuff. There's so much information on this, and there are so many other videos out there, but this I just wanted to share, like, natural remedies to help you with insane morning sickness, because I've been there and I'm finally like kind of getting out of it. I hope you guys like this video, and I'm happy for all of you mamas to be.